all the whole Remy and Pap situation, none of it was true?
I don't have nothing to do with that.
Okay.
I have been open in all my relationships that I've had.
Mm-hmm.
All of them.
Well,
I mean,
look.
I probably have 4 boyfriends online.
Just, I don't know.
I don't
They're
know.
both
Man.
nice.
They both
but
nice.
it would have to be new lyrics now. Right? Because Joe can't keep doing pump.
Remy Ma is really out here holding on to Papoose like her life depends on it. Meanwhile, this man looks like he's been begging for a way out. It's gotten so bad. Even Claressa Shields is ready to step in and throw some punches, literally, to knock some sense into her. And listen, this whole situation isn't just about romance anymore. Word around the way is that Papoose might be eyeing some alimony now that Remy's got the money flowing and a new man in the picture. Let's not forget, back when Remy was locked up, it was Papoose who stood by her side through it all. Kept her name alive, showed up for her, and held her down like a real one. But now that she's out here building her career, stacking her coins, and getting cozy with Easy the Block Captain, who, by the way, has already moved on to dating 2 younger women, she still won't give Papoose the divorce he's been asking for. This whole mess has gotten way out of hand. Claressa Shields, the boxing champ, has been publicly showing love to Papoose in a way that had people raising eyebrows. Not too long ago, she posted a sweet birthday message for him on Instagram that got folks talking. She wrote, "Happy birthday, King Papoose. So grateful for your life, your laugh, your music, your guidance, and your love. You are truly one of a kind. I pray God blesses you with many more years and even faster hands, because today, you're getting all your birthday. Punches! Love you!" Now that was sweet, but let's be honest. If Claressa throws a punch, even a birthday one.
Hey, yo, Remy, don't you love me? Yeah. See, right there, that's the punchline! That's the punchline!
That's not something you just brush off. She's clearly into him, and she's not being shy about it either. But here's the real kicker. Despite all this attention and public support, Papoose still hasn't put a ring on Claressa. And why? Because Remy Ma won't let go. Remy's been out here acting like giving up those divorce papers is some kind of game. But this isn't just rumors. Papoose himself has reportedly been saying that he's asked for the divorce multiple times, and Remy just keeps dodging the topic. Every time he tries to get things moving, she stirs up more drama. Remember those text messages Remy exposed? The ones between Papoose and Claressa? That tea was boiling hot. Claressa was clearly fed. Up in those messages, she said she was hurt that Papoose didn't even tell her when he got home safely. She told him straight up, "You're the married one. If we can't sleep on the phone or be together in person, the least you can do is let me know you made it home." She wasn't playing games. She just wanted basic respect. But Remy didn't stop there. She took things even further, accusing Papoose of threatening to call the police on her. She even claimed to have audio recordings of him putting his hands on her. Papoose denied those claims, of course. He says Remy's just bitter because he's finally moving on with his life. Let's not pretend we forgot what happened back in December 2023. Remy was out here showing off her new relationship with Easy the Block Captain like she didn't have a whole husband still tied to her name. People still talk about that rap battle where she basically admitted she was in love with Easy right there on stage. So how can you be falling hard for someone new, getting all lovey-dovey in public, and still refuse to let your ex go? Honestly, none of it makes sense. If Remy's moved on emotionally and romantically, then why is she still holding Papoose hostage in a marriage that's clearly over? Papoose is out here trying to live his life, maybe even build something new with someone who genuinely cares for him, and she's just dragging it out.
Are the most amazing, beautiful, sexy, smart, intelligent woman I ever met in my life. I love you more than anything in the world, as you know.
You
What
don't know
I'm-
if I'll marry you again?
What I want to say is,
yes.
will you marry me again?
At this point, even people who used to root for Remy and Papoose as a couple are saying it's time to call it. The love story is done, the loyalty has been tested, and the damage has already been done. Everyone's grown and doing their own thing. So what's the point of keeping someone trapped in something they no longer want? Whether it's about love, pride, or money, one thing's for sure. This breakup saga has gotten way too messy, and people are watching closely to see who finally walks away for good. Oh, you thought that was wild? Just wait. There's more. Claressa Shields and Papoose have been out here looking like a real power couple. They even gave everyone a glimpse into their relationship when they took off for a full-on Valentine's Day getaway. Yep, they went to Hawaii and were living their best lives. The pictures said it all. They were soaking up the sun, enjoying the views, and just vibing together. Papoose didn't waste a second. While they were enjoying the trip, he also kicked off the very first Hawaii Fest, making sure to
The two of us, we can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us.
mix business with pleasure. That's one thing about Papoose. He stays on top of his grind. Even during his little romantic break, he jumped on Threads to update the fans. He posted that the show was amazing, full of big names, and that they really made history out there this year. All right now, while Papoose was out there chasing the bag, Claressa Shields was capturing hearts. She shared the cutest little video of herself singing to him on the beach. Just the two of them, no one else around. She softly sang, "Just the two of us, we can make it if we try." And honestly, it was cheesy, but in the best way. The love was real, no doubt about it. They weren't the only ones feeling the love, because this is where things start to get really deep. Word going around is that Papoose had been planning a special romantic trip for a while. And get this, he was actually thinking about making it official. Yup, the man was ready to propose to Claressa Shields on Valentine's Day. He had it all lined up, a beautiful trip to Hawaii, the perfect setting, good energy, and love in the air. It would have been the perfect moment. But guess, who came in and threw everything off? Yep, Remy Ma. Why? Because things weren't going so smoothly with her new guy, Easy the block captain. It seems like whatever spark they had started to fizzle out, and now Remy's out here holding onto Papoose like she suddenly realized what she lost. She started, making things difficult, dragging out the divorce, and stopping him from moving on. Let's be honest, Remy probably noticed how Papoose is now treating Claressa with the same care and support he used to give her. That had to hit a nerve. You could tell Papoose and Claressa have something real. I mean, remember when he performed live during Claressa's boxing entrance? That was next-level loyalty and hype, the kind of energy Remy used to have in her corner. Seeing him show up and pour that same love into another woman? Yeah, that probably hit her hard. Watching him give someone else the devotion she once had. That kind of thing stings, especially when your new relationship isn't what you thought it would be. But you really have to wonder, is this just Remy being a bitter ex, or is there something deeper going on? Because the way she's refusing to let go, it feels like there's more behind it. Now,
I want to thank God first and foremost. I've been through a lot. To everybody who think there's no such thing as second chances, I'm here to tell you that's a lie.
Word on the street is that the real reason Remy won't sign those divorce papers is money. Yep. People are saying she knows Papoose might come for alimony, and she's not trying to hand over a dime. See, when one spouse earns more in a marriage, the one who made less is often entitled to financial support, also known as alimony, after they split. And let's not act brand new here. Papoose was the one holding her down for years. When courts decide on alimony, they look at how long the couple was married, who earned more, and what each person contributed. And looking at their history, Remy and Papoose were together for 11 years. That's a long time. They started dating back in 2004, tied the knot in 2008, and officially called it quits in 2023. And get this, they actually got married over the phone while Remy was in prison. If that's not real loyalty, what is? Papoose stood by her through everything. When she went to prison in 2008, he stayed committed. When she got released in 2014, he was still right there. They even renewed their vows in 2015, and by 2018, they welcomed their daughter, Reminisce Mackenzie. He was loyal through it all. So if anyone has a case for support after the split, it might just be him. Papoose stood by Remy during some of the hardest times.
Were you surprised when Papoose wanted to marry you? After you got sentenced, because you just knew he was, you just knew he was on it. And I thought that was like a real stand-up thing to do.
He's one of a kind. I could definitely say that.
In her life. So if we're talking about who deserves some support now, he definitely has a strong argument. But let's talk about the money, because that's where things get complicated. Remy Ma's estimated net worth is around $4 million, and that's a lot more than what Papoose has. So when she looks at those divorce papers, she likely knows there's a good chance she'll have to pay alimony. Most of Remy's money comes from her music career, TV appearances, and her clothing brand. And don't forget her 2006 debut album, There's Something About Remy, based on a true story. That project got a lot of praise, even if she didn't blow up as big as some others in the game. Still, she's earned her respect. She's been nominated 4 times for Best Female Hip Hop Artist at the BET Awards, and even won once. That's no small thing. Let's be honest. Remy Ma stayed in the game even while she was in prison. She dropped multiple mixtapes from behind bars. And guess who made sure the world still heard her music? Papoose. He was out here promoting her work, keeping her name relevant, and making sure some money kept coming in. While she couldn't be in the spotlight, he held it down. That's not just love, that's dedication. And all that hard work? It definitely helped Remy stack some serious cash. When Remy got out of prison in 2014, she and Papoose jumped straight.
Besides the great performances, it was like one small, tiny, itsy-bitsy incident with Ra and one of Yandy's friends, but it was nothing.
Trying to sweep someone under the rug?
It was like one little fight. Nowhere near me, like a football field away.
Straight into reality TV with Love and Hip Hop New York on VH1. But that wasn't the end. They went on to appear in several spin-offs too. And guess who was right there making it all happen with her? Papoose. Let's be real. He wasn't just standing in the
presence, Miss Remy Ma, Mr. Papoose, really the hip-hop's Hollywood couple right now. Y'all need your own show. That's what everybody's
background. He was a big part of the show. Their relationship, the ups and downs, their family life. That's what kept people watching. So let's not pretend Papoose didn't help bring in those TV paychecks. He was just as much a part of the story as Remy. When Remy started the Remy Ma collection in 2018, it opened up another stream of income. But let's be clear, Papoose had a hand in that too. Part of the money went toward helping women and families impacted by incarceration, which was a powerful move. Still, we can't ignore the fact that Papoose was out here supporting the brand, showing up, and helping push it forward.
3-year-old Jason Scott has been arrested in connection to a in Queens that dates back to 2021. Investigators are looking into the possibility that it was a...
Papoose was out there wearing the men's gear from Remy's collection to public events, making sure people noticed it. He brought attention to the brand in ways that companies usually pay a lot of money for. So if we're talking about how Remy made her money, we also have to mention how hard Papoose worked behind the scenes to support it. Now here's where it gets even more real. While Remy was in prison, her teenage son Jason Scott was being looked after by Papoose. He stepped in like a father and took care of him when Remy couldn't. That's not a small job.
I'm a Pisces. I love really, really, really hard. But I'm happy to, love somebody who wanna, love somebody back. You know what I'm saying? He is just such a sweetheart. Ain't nobody tell him to tie my goddamn boot either, but he said it wasn't laced right, so he laced it right. It was so funny.
And he didn't think twice about it. But things took a sad turn. After Remy got released, Jason ended up getting arrested in connection with a fatal shooting in Queens in 2021. He's now facing serious charges, including first-degree murder. It's a tough situation for everyone involved, but it shows how much stability Papoose brought while Remy was away. He kept the house together, raised her son, and held everything down. And that kind of loyalty and sacrifice doesn't come with a price tag. When we talk about the divorce, it's clear that Remy is dragging her feet. She knows Papoose has a solid case for getting alimony, and that's making her hesitate. But it's not